Well, hi, Bella.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Awesome, I am doing great.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being here today. This is going to be great. I am probably going to hang out quietly for a minute as participants start to come in. So far, it's just the two. Oh, no, here we go. Fantastic. I apparently have to give all of you the permission to talk. That's strange. Carlotta, Hernando, Jim. Sorry, y'all. I'm used to doing this through a different platform, but we're going to figure this out together. It's going to be great. All of you are allowed to speak. In fact, I encourage it. Go ahead and just share this to get it started here. We'll wait another minute, but at least we'll have something prettier than just my face to look at. It's going to give it probably 2 more minutes till 12:05, just in case anyone's a little late. We are recording this and we'll send it out to anyone and everyone that wants it when we're done. But we'll give it just 1 more minute here before we get started. Since we are just waiting a minute here and there's nothing more fun than awkward silence, go ahead and throw on the chat kind of where you're calling from, just for funsies. I'll start.
I was gonna say, I'll do it first.
Nice. Bella, it is. I do find it slightly humorous that we are almost on opposite sides of the country, like
Right,
almost as far away from each other as we can get
right,
in
right,
the
right,
US,
right.
anyway.
Yep.
So if you could go down to not Key Largo. Oh my goodness, the Florida Keys. Haha, the Keys. If you go down to the Keys, I'll go all the way up to Alaska,
And then that
and
would
we can
be
see really how
it.
far away we can get
That's right.
there.
I was actually in the Keys this weekend. That's funny that you say that. This past
Oh,
weekend.
really? Oh, that's
Yes,
awesome. That's the
yes,
place
yes,
I've
yes.
always wanted to go.
Yes, it's a good place. It's a
Goodness.
good place.
Long story, very short. I have family in the US Virgin Islands, which is actually where this is taken.
Very interesting.
So not the Keys, but I'm betting the view is somewhat similar.
Very good.
All
The
right,
Virgin
so
Islands.
we're there. Let's go ahead and kick this off. Welcome, everyone. Appreciate you being here. And thank you for joining us today. We are looking forward to a nice discussion about background screening and Factorial. So the basic kind of agenda for today is we're going to do a little introduction. We're going to lay out kind of some information about background screening, what it is, why it's important, how to do it, why to do it, and why it's going to do the best for your business to do it with Verified First. Then Bella is going to talk for a few minutes about Factorial and why Factorial is so great and how easy it is to use. We'll jump into Factorial and take a look at it in action with our integration, our free integration, so you get a better idea. And then we'll end with a Q&A. So any questions, comments, concerns, ethical conundrums, philosophical statements, whatever you got, I encourage it during the presentation. I don't want this to be a lecture. I want it to be a conversation. So if you have any questions, feel free. But also know, of course, we'll have a dedicated time at the end to run through that. So we are very excited and happy to partner with Factorial today and to have Bella present with us to discuss how background screening can help improve the quality of your hires. And just a couple quick housekeeping items before we dive in. The session is being recorded, and we'll send out a copy of that recording after the webinar. We encourage you to share this recording with anyone that wants to see it. Anyone that can get some value out of what we discussed today, feel free to share it with them. And there will be a poll question at some point. Feel free to chime in there. We'd love to get your thoughts. And that's about it. So we're going to jump in here. Maybe. There it goes. Haha. So my name is Andy Perkins, partner manager with Verified First. I've been with Verified First for about 6 years in many different roles. And I'm very happy here to work in our partner management team, mainly because I get to work with Bella. That's mainly the main thing here. She is one of our premier and newer partners, Factorial. And why don't you say a few words, introduce yourself, Bella?
Awesome. I really appreciate that, Andy. Yeah, I'm Bella, and I'm one of the account managers here in the US. Been in Factorial for about 1.5 years now. Yeah, excited for this webinar for sure. And I've been helping clients for about 1 year now with Factorial. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wonderful. Well, I'm certainly glad you're here, and I'm looking forward to learning more. So there we go. Goodness, sorry, it's skipping strangely. So I wanted to provide some more context around who Verified First is and what we do. We are a very fast-growing tech company on a mission, as it says there, to deliver cutting-edge HR technology that transforms the way organizations protect their people. And we do so in a variety of ways, whether it's through background checks, drug screening, employment and education verifications, or I-9 and E-Verify. We've partnered with Factorial to provide the easiest and most efficient way to be able to effectively screen employees all from within Factorial's robust platform. We're very proud of that. There we go. Okay, so here's just a real quick video we're going to watch about background screening and Verified First. Bear with me, it's actually pretty good. Oh, wait. I'm told we can't hear it. I'm not sure if I got a setting wrong. Let me, Bella, were you able to hear it?
No, I was going to say.
Weird. All right. Let me just see if there's a quick setting. I apologize. Like I said, I'm new to the Zoom side of it here, but let me see if this setting does it. No, wrong one. Aha. Well, that's not working. Tell me if you can hear it. Sorry, everybody. Hear it? Yes, no?
Nope. Nope.
All righty. Well, I don't want to keep kicking a horse here. This is just a brief little video we put together to show just that background checks matter. They're important. And just quickly how we're going to do it. We'll send this out and you can watch it on your own. This is not anything that's going to reinvent the wheel. It's just a bit of an insight into the industry. I highly encourage you to watch it on your own. It's only a minute long. Sorry, 1 minute and 9 seconds. So yeah, anyway, sorry it didn't work, but we'll listen to it on our own after the fact. So we'll just skip on to the next one here. Why do bad things happen to good people, right? A recent study done by the Aptitude Research discovered that 39% of organizations are not screening every candidate for roles at their organization. And not knowing matters. Bad things happen to people with good intentions all the time. And while we'd like to think that we can trust every candidate, the reality is that without conducting a background check, your organization might be missing relevant and revealing information about someone's past. So not only do you want to create a safe environment for employees, but you also want to avoid potential legal challenges. If you're not screening every employee, that could land you in hot water for some sort of discrimination. So it's important to make sure that your policies are company-wide across the board. So let's face it, bringing on a new candidate can be time-consuming and expensive. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the confidence in your hiring decisions. And with that, wow, I'm sorry, this is really laggy. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. So we were talking a minute ago about expenses, and that is a huge piece of why background checks are actually so important, because it's very expensive to bring a bad hire into your company. The same research study we talked about a minute ago by Aptitude discussed a few of the costs associated with talent acquisition. The cost, as you can see there, for talent acquisition on average is about $4,100, but that's not where the costs stop. And it's also important to account for ramp up time, as well as, time it takes to train a new employee. So when an employee isn't the right fit, I mean, it can cost 6 to 9 months of salary just to replace them. And those are costs you obviously want to avoid if you can. So while conducting background checks isn't the only factor to consider when concerning someone's position fit, it does help establish their trust and credibility. So here is a nifty little poll. And with the help of HR technology solutions, vetting candidates is easier and more streamlined than ever. However, we recognize that a lot changes every year, including your organizational needs. We'd be interested in hearing from each of you on what technology solutions you're considering replacing within the next 3 months. I hope many of you selfishly choose background screening. That's why we're here today. But historically, we've noticed that many people are investing in their ATS right now, and also trying to find a background screening provider to integrate with their streamlined hiring process. So let me launch the poll so that we have the chance to actually answer it. Oh, goodness gracious. Can't find the right option. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here's the poll. So what areas, obviously you can read it there, what areas of technology are you looking to replace within the next 3 months? Feel free to select all that apply. And just to give us an idea of kind of where everybody's at. We'll just take a minute to let you all choose an option there. Don't be shy. Go ahead and click an option here. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, interesting. All right. Now, Bella, just out of curiosity before I end this, what do you think the top result will be?
That is a really good question, Andy. I would say
There's money on the line here, Bella.
I would say background screening.
All right. Well, it turns out, I ended it, getting results. Hey, luckily for me, well, for everybody, really, background screening was the #1 response, and that's good. And for what it's worth, I don't blame you. And being in this industry, I get to see a lot of, other people's processes, and I would be totally blunt if I thought that we had room to grow, but we're actually leading the pack. We really are, and we're very, very proud of that. So moving on here to the next one, kind of how this impacts your organization. So now that we've identified that it's something important, and we all know that, let's dive into how screening impacts us. According to that same Aptitude research study, there are really only a few unique ways that background screening impacts your organization. 2 times more likely to improve time to fill, 3 times more likely to improve quality of hire, and 2 times more likely to improve hiring manager satisfaction. So it definitely is impactful. And moving on to drug screening, vetting and screening the candidates can go a lot further than just background screening. Drug testing is a very important element. It's always been important, but recently it's gaining in a lot more value than it really ever has. Because as you can see from the slide, the research shows that substance abuse reduces employee effectiveness, attentiveness, and generally drops the company's bottom line. Now, Verified First is one of the largest networks of drug screening partners in clinics all across the USA. And you can very easily save time in your process by ordering the drug screen and the background check at the same time. And we'll show you in the demo here, kind of that process. But you can, with just a few clicks, send the candidate their background screening, everything they need to fill out and sign in order to get that done, while also giving them in the same email their drug screening passport. They can find locations closest to them with a panel that you've selected with a certain expiration date. It gets everything done in one place. It's really, really handy. So much like laws for background checks, regulations, guidelines, and best practices for drug screening are always changing. So let Verified First help you stay compliant and get business done the right way. So with this in mind, let's jump into the next little question here. What do you think? How many US drivers are arrested for driving under the influence annually? And I will release that poll as well. Where'd it go? There we go. See, I'm getting better every chance I do it. Boy, by the end of this, I'm going to have it dialed in. All right. So what do you think? Go ahead and give us a guess. And just for funsies, we're going to go over it in a minute, but let's get some votes. What do we think? How many folks arrested for driving under the influence annually?
What do you think
Let's
on
give
this
it one
one,
more
Andy?
second here. Well, I
You probably
can't
know the
say
answer.
because I know the answer. So Bella, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with option C, 200,000.
Option C, 200,000.
Yeah.
Solid guess. Let's see. Okay, so we're split between 200,000 and more than 700,000, which is very interesting. Thank you for responding. The reality is 1,000,000
1 million.
is the
Wow.
answer. Yep, that's how many folks are arrested annually in the US for driving under the influence of either alcohol or narcotics. Now, when I saw this, truly, I was blown away. I had no idea. It's a staggering amount. And when we think about an event like this, it can happen pre-hire, it can happen post-hire, it can happen at any point. And we get asked all the time how employers can stay ahead of these surprises that pop up after hiring a candidate. So to me, this is one of the biggest reasons why organizations should protect themselves and implement an ongoing screening policy, such as once a year or every 2 years, whatever makes sense for your organization. A lot can happen in that time. And unfortunately, we can't always rely on employees to come forward when something like a DUI happens post-hire. So let's talk about how the pandemic has impacted substance abuse, because it has. According to the CDC, 13% of Americans started or increased substance use to manage emotions connected to COVID-19. There are over 329 million people in the United States, which means that more than 42 million folks started or increased their substance use during the pandemic, causing a growing concerns for drugs entering the workplace and impacting our employees. Drug use is on the rise, and now is not the time to ignore it. So let's talk about some solutions to this issue here. There are a few different types of scenarios in which an employer might drug test: pre-employment, for cause and or reasonable suspicion, and of course, random programs. Now, random programs have gained a ton of popularity in the past few years because of COVID. And we are very proud to offer a completely random drug screening program that allows you to continuously monitor drug use in the workforce by selecting random individuals for you to test periodically. The simple process, the one-time deal, you set it up and it just kind of runs. You get notified, you get given the selections, and you just hop into Factorial, launch our extension, and you can send them out easy peasy. And we'd love to show you how you can adopt that as well. So we've talked about background screening and drug testing, which are not requirements for every organization. Honestly, they should be, but they're not. But I-9, on the other hand, is a requirement for every employer in the United States. This 2-page form is the highest fined government form in the United States. It's only 2 pages, but it has a 70 page instruction manual. Not a joke. 76% of paper form I-9s have at least one finable error. And there are an average of 3.1 errors on each form. And it can cost more than $2,300 per error found if an audit is performed. So clearly, this form is one that employers want to ensure they're compliant with. We recently partnered with Mitratech to bring our clients the ability to digitize their I-9 process, especially with the increase in remote work. Being able to streamline the onboarding process through a digitized collaboration really can make all the difference. So our I-9 solutions ensure compliance as it's fully encrypted and has a cloud-based solution that ensures data protection. Unfortunately, there's a lot of risk. It comes with paper documentation, and this helps keep your employees' information safe and secure while also helping keep you compliant. And this solution is already integrated with Factorial's platform, or rather through Verified First, through our integration with it. And it's just one more benefit. Excuse me. Let me get a drink here. This is silly. All righty, let's try that again. So this is just one more benefit that you can get as a result of Verified First partnership with Factorial. And this is where I want to hand it over to Bella. We're going to talk about how great Factorial is for a minute, and she is the pro. So Bella, by all means, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Factorial, right? We're an all-in-one HR software platform, okay? Factorial converts never-ending processes and manual processes into integrated, effective ones. So in addition to managing people, you can also dedicate yourself to bringing out the best of your team. Now, how do we do that? Well, we offer, several features such as time tracking, time off, performances, surveys, recruitment, where you can literally have everything in one software, everything in one place, as well as employee management, right? What that means is the HR department the HR department and the company in general gets to go into one place and have all the information condensated in that specific place, which I think it helps streamlining processes. Now, as you can see here, our ambition basically is to be the fastest growing HR software company in the US. As you can also see, we're in different countries, worldwide, such as, the US, Canada, countries in Latam, and then in Europe. We were actually funded in Barcelona, and we started in the US about, I would say, 3 years ago. We have currently more than 10,000 clients. As you can see, more than 600,000 users. And once again, offices in different places of the world. I think that, makes it very, I would say, engaging. The offices, as you can see, are in Miami, which is where I'm located currently, Barcelona, Mexico City, and Sao Paulo. And yeah, as you can see, our mission is to help companies automate their HR processes, empower their employees with up-to-date information, and allow them to make smart business decisions, which is what I said previously, by having every single piece of information, HR-related, employee-related, in one platform.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, thanks, Bella.
Thank you.
Now, I know after this, we had a little video to watch, but as we've established, for whatever reason, we can't hear it.
I don't think we're going to be able to.
So again, folks, you'll have it in the recording you're going to get after the fact. I do encourage you to watch it. I've seen it. It's to the point. It's valuable. Just check it out for a second. But since we're having this weird technical issue, we're just going to move on. There we go. Perfect. Now, we've been talking about it. Gosh dang it. Let's see it in action. Let me go ahead and change my screen share. Well, I probably wasn't supposed to just close it out, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and find the right page for us to check it out. Here we go. Here we go.
Fantastic.
Right. So here we are. I'll let Bella, I want to take over. We're in the dashboard of Factorial here. I know for at least the background screening side, what we want to display is what we call our extension integration. So without going into too much technical detail, Verified First, I guess the best way to put it is to kind of say that we discovered a very unique way to bring in an integration without the traditional API. And for those that don't know, an API is quite literal two systems writing code to connect each other. Think of like a 1920s telephone switchboard with the cables going in the holes. That's kind of what an API is like. They work great, but they take a long time to build, and especially to build well. To keep up to date and to update. And so we just knew there was a better way. and we figured it out. It's so much so that we actually patented it, which is why this will, unless you've worked with VF before, be the only time you've seen this, because we own it. Nobody else can do anything about it. And we're going to show it to you here real quick. So within Factorial, currently, where we have the button is under recruitment. And I say currently because we're adding it to another location to make it more in tune with the workflow, but we'll get there in a second. Go to candidates. And this is obviously a demo environment here, but we can just select any candidate from the candidate pool. And with our extension downloaded, our button will show up. You don't have to do anything other than, I don't know if you can see it because I can't see the screen share that I'm sharing, but it's a very easily downloadable extension. Of course, I'm using Chrome, so you just go to your Chrome store to download it and install it. It doesn't cost a nickel. It downloads in seconds. And as soon as you do have it downloaded, and very important, minor detail, but it's actually very important, when you do download it and use it for the first time, it's going to have a little thing for permissions. You have to give it permissions. That's key. And then the button will show up. And that's a verified first client. You're in Factorial. You want to run a background check on Mariana Anderson here for the role. All you do is go in Factorial. You stay in Factorial. You hit place new order on our button. And our extension launches from the side of the screen, copies some of the pertinent information over. Just yesterday, there was a glitch with the name. So by the time you use it in real life, the name will populate as well. But you'd in real life, all you would do is select the package you want to run on that person, and verified first prides itself and having both ends of the spectrum. We can go virtually automated, not truly automated, but in the sense where it's all set up, it's click and go, but you always also have a full manual ability to customize how you want to do it. The extension is hyper unique in that it has virtually the entire suite of capability of the desktop website, but you don't ever have to leave Factorial. And that's pretty stinking slick. So in this scenario for the demonstration, we're just going to go with this, but you can create, edit, or customize packages. So you just hit the button, select the package, and then hit send invite. That's it. You're done. The candidate will get either a text and or an email. The default's to email, but we have the ability to text it. We always recommend sending out both because getting it in front of the candidate in as many ways as possible just increases the time that they will fill it out. The candidate opens it, signs some forms, fills out the information we need to perform the searches that you've requested to run, and that's it. We get to running on it. The button is dynamic. When they send it out, it will say that the file's been waiting on the candidate. When they complete it, it will say that it's processing. When it's done, the file orderer will get an email that it's ready to view. And you don't go to verifiedfirst.com. No. You go into Factorial. You come right back to your page where you're going to do all your business anyway. And the button will be updated to say report complete. And all you do is hit that button. And again, I'm sorry, this is a demo, so things aren't quite the same as in real life, but it will open directly to here. And you will be able to view the completed and full report. Again, real life is faster. I'm on a VPN right now. But you can view the completed and full report as well as adjudicate it, decide what you want to do. If you do need to take pre-adverse action, we have a legally compliant process in all 50 states and US territories. We can take care of it completely for free for you with the email notice. If you really want to mail a paper letter, we have that capability as well. Or if you have your own process, you can run it yourself. Unless you're sure that that process is legally compliant, we ask that you please let us do it, because that's what we do. And we want to make sure, again, to give you accurate and compliant information. And this is a very important way that we do that. So complete your entire background screening process within Factorial, which is hyper unique in the background screening and ATS industry. And we're very, very proud of it. And that's basically it. It's free to download. It takes seconds. To become a verified first client is a very simple process. We help build a custom package for you. But there's so much more that Factorial can do. And Bella, I wanted you to kind of address a few neat things that Factorial has capability in conjunction with background checks. So take it away.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. And so super quickly, I'm not going to make this boring or too long. In order to see how that comes into play, we would probably going to want to go into jobs right under recruitment.
Okie dokie. I think I might have this tab open.
No, but we want to go
No,
back
is this
to
the
the
wrong?
actual platform. Yes, and
Gotcha,
let's
gotcha,
go
gotcha.
to jobs.
Jobs.
Yes, no problem. Where it says
Sure.
new job opening, you don't have to do that, but we would create the job, towards that. We want to go into HR director, the job position that we have created already. And in the job, posting, I just want to quickly go through that. It's very customizable, very flexible. As you can see on the top area, it says job details, application form. If you want to go into job details for a second, you're able to, customize how you want this to be published. We have both integrations with Indeed and LinkedIn, as well as other platforms. But as you can see, this is very
Nice.
customizable. You get to decide, how you want to put it out there, as well as the description. If we scroll up again and we go to the application form, same thing here. We get to decide what we want to do with the personal information part. What questions do we want to ask? As you can see, there's an example, or we can really ask however many questions we want to. That's up to the company. If we scroll up again, we go into the hiring process. This is also extremely important to understand. You're able to customize as much as you want to the hiring process. And I'm going to go into it in a second, but you can create a smart actions for, the different stages. As soon as you move a candidate from one stage to another, you're able to customize those emails, whatever goes out there for the candidate. And if you scroll down a little bit more, Andy, please. Thank you.
Sure.
There's a hiring pipeline, which you get to customize however you want to. As you can see, we've added background screening into it. Now that we have this wonderful integration. So if you scroll up again, the last portion is the promotion part, which is basically, the integration portion of Factorial. One important thing I also want to mention is that you get to publish the job outside of Factorial. Again, LinkedIn, Indeed, or even the career page, and you can also publish it internally as well. So if you scroll up a little bit, you get to actually allow the internal employees to apply for that job, or even refer a candidate as well. So now going back to applications, right next to job details. As soon as candidates start applying, here's our pool of candidates that have applied for this job. As you can see, we have the hiring pipeline on top. If we click, for example, background screening right next to assessment evaluation, right there on top, Andy. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, here.
Yeah, we already have a person in there, right? So if we click Mariana Anderson, we would go into her profile as a candidate, right? Whenever we want to move this specific candidate from one phase to another, it's pretty straightforward. We go to move to phase. And then we're able to move the candidate into different phases, as well as if we unfortunately need to reject a candidate, we're able to do that as well. Send an email, customize the email, and decide when to send it. Maybe we don't want to send it right away. We want to wait until tomorrow. So that's just a possibility for you. Another good thing is that you are able to create tags. So then, if you send a candidate into the candidate pool, you're able to go back to that and filter by tags. Let's say that you filter by, more technical tags, or, skills, or whatever. It's up to you guys. As you can see, we also have the AI portion incorporated in here, where it tells you how much of a match the candidates are to the position that you're publishing, which is, I think, very helpful. And in here again, we have
slick.
I know, right? In here we have the candidate profile, several things here. We get to see the files, which in this case, we get to see the CV. If you go into messages, we're also able to communicate with the candidate. Pretty straightforward. We get to customize different messages. And communicate with the candidate that way. If we go into the evaluation portion, that's also very interesting, because let's say that I'm not the only one doing the recruitment in here, and there's another hiring manager. We can leave different comments and evaluations of what we think about this specific candidate. So let's say I just write something. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Andy. She wrecked the interview, and then we're able to also give it a rating as well. So I think that's very important for internal communications with different hiring managers, right? I think that could be a really cool thing. Other than that, we're able to schedule interviews with the candidates. Right next to reject, there's another integration possible with different calendars. Brian on the other side of reject.
Oh,
Perfect.
other side.
Yes, we're able
Aha.
to
Oh,
integrate
so
with
I have everything
calendars.
connected to it.
Perfect. And, book the different interviews that we're doing with those candidates. Now, again, I know Andy mentioned it. The button for verified first is meant to show here and also in the candidate pool. That's going to come to life very soon, but
Mhm.
just count on
Like
that.
next week, like Monday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if we go into the three dots right next to move phase and we go into the actual visit candidate profile, we'll be able to see that button that
Mhm.
Andy was talking about and start the background check process. Other than this, I think the candidate part is very clear. I'm not sure if anyone wants to say anything. Any comments on that? We're good.
Well, I absolutely want to open it up for questions. If anyone has
Good.
anything, by all means, say it.
Yeah.
But as you guys are unmuting yourselves, I did just want to show briefly, because I can, a sample that we ran a while ago that another person ran in here, and it shows the button. So as you can see, the button
Hmm.
says report complete and ready to
Yep.
view. So
Perfect.
you just come in here and hit view report. And so I just wanted to show that live example of what it looks like when you will go in, see the button, click it. It is this exact process. It's easy
Yeah.
as pie. If you want to download it, you can as a PDF.
Perfect.
The other thing that's also very important is that you have the ability to restrict what users can see. So let's say you have, I don't know, I'm going to make up a number, 5 hiring personnel. They all have access to verified first. They can all submit a background check as part of your hiring process, but maybe you don't want all of them to see it. Easy peasy. Within the settings page, you can do user management. And again, this is a demo, right? But you have the ability to come in here and edit what, I don't know if, yeah, here we go. This is me, so it's a little weird. But you can edit what they can see and do. So if you want someone to be able to order but not view, change their settings. They will come in, they'll see report complete, but when they hover on it, if you've taken their permissions away, it'll say unable to view. So you have a lot of security capability to make sure that information is being managed properly and appropriately due to your company's, desires with that. And
Hmm.
verified first staff are available. Oh, I'm going to get it wrong. We just changed our hours. Our client services team is open, I want to say from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., I think, 8 Eastern Standard Time. We just expanded our hours, and we're very happy and proud that we can do that. So chat, call, you'll get a human being in, I want to say, less than 60 seconds. I'm not sure if they edited that menu, maybe less than that now. But we just try to make it as efficient and easy as possible. We don't have like an official training for Verified First. This is kind of it, because it's so easy. We don't want you to have to sit through a 2-hour video or seminar like this just to know how to do the basics. We're always available for answering questions, but we've designed it to not really need an instruction manual. So just want to show you that. I wanted to make sure to go through kind of what it looks like, how it works. Now, let's go back. Oh, well, is there anything else you want to talk about, Bella, while we're here?
No, just super quickly. Of
Yeah,
course, that was super helpful. Thank you, Andy. But just
no
two more
problem.
things that we did go over. If
Mhm.
we go into the career page, just super quickly, I think it was the
Oh, is
second
that one of
tab
these?
where,
This
yeah,
one?
perfect. So you're able to
Aha. Okay.
customize, yeah, you're thank you. You're able to customize your career page. Actually, and it's the other tab, I believe. Sorry.
The other
Yep,
one. Oh,
perfect.
this is the public view of the
Yes,
job
of the
from the
job
candidate
description.
side. Right,
Yes,
right, right.
perfect, perfect,
That's
perfect.
slick. That's
Yes.
clean. I dig it.
It is clean. And then you're able to customize your career page and also publish the job right here. And then, of course, if we scroll all the way down, we're actually able to give our values and all the information of our company. If we click the HR director position, we would be able to apply for that. And then once again, the
There
candidate
we
would come
go.
through Factorial. We would start the process and then run the background checks through Factorial, which is at the end of the day, the main goal to have that possibility
Absolutely.
through
100%.
verified first.
Man, this is slick. Bella, I don't want to sound weird. It sounds weird in my head, but the reality is, I get to see a lot of different platforms out there and go through, conversations like this. And I am impressed with Factorial's platform and how smooth and clean it is.
It's the easiest
That's all.
use,
I
I
just want
think.
to say that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, no problem. No, this is cool. I'm glad to do it. So let me go back to which one is it? Not that one. That one. Haha.
There you go.
Okie dokie. So here are just some benefits, kind of just spelled out of verified first integration. There's many, and I have a personal aversion. I shared with Bella kind of humorously before we went live today. I don't like reading pages for other people. Y'all are adults, professionals, right? Smart folks. You can read. I trust your ability to do that. And I don't want to read you a bedtime story. I do that for my kids. It's fine. I love the time, but we don't have that much time today. So we've talked through many of the different things through our presentation. We're going to send you this when we're done, but I want you to read through this and just see some things maybe that we haven't discussed or you haven't thought of. Because that's what comes up all the time. It's like, oh, I didn't know that it would do this. Oh, yeah, totally. And that really is it. So, if you want to discuss how you can make your organization safer, man, with verified first top of the line screening and verification services, you can find our contact info on the right there. If we have not answered all your questions today, please feel free to reach out. For those of you on the line, we're going to enter Q&A, and that's really what we're doing now. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, by all means, let me know, and we'll be happy to get them addressed, show you what we can, and do whatever y'all need with the time that we have remaining. So don't rush, everybody relax, but by all means, let us know if you have any questions or concerns. What here wasn't clear, you'd like to go into more detail, or you heard a story from your cousin, sister's, friend's, neighbor's dog about something weird with a background check. Anything at all. No? Going once, going twice. Fantastic. Well, that's all we got, y'all. Thanks so much for being here. We always build in a little extra time at the end for Q&A, and if we don't have any, that's cool too. We'll just have a little bit of time back in our day. We'll send you this slideshow here. You'll be able to see the videos appropriately. I apologize for my technical ineptitude, but appreciate having you here and the chance to share our solutions. And again, honestly, please reach out. We're happy to help. We have a marketplace listing on Factorial's page, and we'll be happy to go through background screening and find the solution that truly will fit and impress you. And if it doesn't, let me know. But we do, and we're proud of it. So thanks so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. And we look forward to hearing from you and getting to work with you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
I'll see you.